Response to intervention is defined by the Council for Exceptional Children as a process designed to identify struggling learners early, to provide access to needed interventions, and help identify children with disabilities. Sounds great, but how does response to intervention work? Let's take a look. The essential components of RTI. This alternative evaluation procedure requires high-quality, scientifically based classroom instruction. This high-quality instruction is provided by qualified teachers to ensure that student difficulties are not being caused by inadequate instruction. Ongoing student assessment in the form of screening, diagnostics, formative progress monitoring, benchmark progress monitoring, and summative outcome assessment allows for teachers to identify and intervene with students as soon as they begin demonstrating learning difficulties, while also monitoring their achievement levels. Parent involvement. Schools that use response to intervention include parents by providing them with constant feedback about how their child is progressing and any instruction or interventions the child is receiving. The parents are also provided information about the staff members their child will be working with and any academic or behavioral goals that have been set for their child. The last essential component is tiered instruction. Although there is no standard model of the response to intervention process, most schools use a three-tiered approach to implement interventions. This pyramid image is commonly used to explain the three-tiered approach. The pyramid is broken into three sections, in which each section represents a specific level of intervention. As students move up the pyramid, both the amount of time spent with the content and the intensity of the instruction increases. It is also important to know that the interventions utilize a large multidisciplinary team to best customize each child's intervention, including administrators, general classroom teachers, guidance counselors, nurses or physicians, occupational therapists, paraprofessionals, parents, physical therapists, reading specialists, school psychologists, special education teachers, speech-language pathologists, and social workers. Now let's take a look at how this three-tier system works. The process begins with Tier 1 instruction. Interventions on this level occur in the general classroom. Students are screened periodically to establish baselines to identify possible struggling learners. About 80% of students respond to Tier 1 interventions. Tier 2 instruction is targeted instruction provided to students that are not making adequate progress in the regular classroom. This intervention employs increasingly intensive instruction provided in small group settings. Students who show improvements while in this tier may qualify to move back down to Tier 1, while students that continue to struggle may be moved up to Tier 3. About 15% of students respond to this level of intervention. The final level of the response to intervention model is Tier 3. This level provides students with individualized, intensive interventions that target the student's specific skill deficits. About 5% of students respond to this level of intervention, and students that continue to struggle even after receiving Tier 3 intervention are referred for a comprehensive evaluation and considered for eligibility for special education services under IDEA, where documentation collected during Tiers 1 through 3 can be included to make decisions. Response intervention allows for early detection of struggling learners and provides those learners with interventions to help grasp concepts. The model also uses assessments to monitor student learning and determines if students require interventions. These assessments can later be used as documentation of deficits when a child is being considered for services under IDEA. In the end, response to intervention is a model working to unlock student success.